Hello everyone and welcome to yet another edition of Verse Day. Now, I hope you all are well as you can be given the recent situations all around the world. And yesterday during the Syria vote, I was fortunate enough to be invited to speak at the Start Words Not War event in Dalston, and it was amazing to see all the different perspectives. There were so many events and historical events that were featured and touched upon, and just seeing the world stretched out like that, and seeing how many lives have been affected by war and any possible solutions to find peace were mentioned and discussed and disseminated, and everyone was so honest and so earnest and so candid, and I felt really uplifted. It felt like, there was some hope left until I found out later what happened. So, yeah. So I do want to say before I start the first day to thank the organisers of the Make Words Not War events. I think they'll be doing another one quite soon. So thank you all of those who invited me and organised the event, and all the wonderful writers and musicians I got to talk to. And yeah, everyone was fascinating to hear, and it was really, really a good experience for me. And I just want to thank everyone who came to the event too. So yeah, I will go on to the first day. The news this week is about not only the 100 years of Einstein's general relativity, which was actually yesterday, but of the European Space Agency's instrument to detect gravitational waves that was launched today. I think it was supposed to be launched yesterday but was rescheduled for today, and it's called the LISA Pathfinder. And yeah, the launch was successful, and hopefully it'll be able to isolate all external sources and focus on the ripples of gravitational waves. So it's interesting to know really how we can actually have the technology to do this now. If you think about Henry Cavendish in 1797, I think, how he managed to isolate other forces to determine the pull of gravity through using a shed, I believe, and blocks. Very interesting. I mean, it's just showing how resourceful humans can be. And yeah, I can't believe it's been 100 years since Einstein kind of presented that theory. And I know, it came through many drafts and so on, and it's amazing how, it's still trying to see if all the fluctuations are universal. I mean, gravity as well is something that I've been focusing on my PhD project, not in the scientific sense but in the metaphorical sense, through science fiction theatre and its staging. So it's very interesting to see it from an actual scientific angle, rather than thinking about like ontocartographical meanings of gravity. So without further ado, I will go into the poem. This poem is called Gravity. 100 years since relativity, and still its impact upon our activity as observers thrills us exponentially. As our technology rises, sight-fighting enigmas, powers in our congregations, our mass filling the wells of new realities, shaped and argued to fruition, the fruit of which grow in the form of interactions between individuals, creating these clusters, stations of belief, that would either unite or destroy us. Mass-produced thoughts that would lead us one way or another in our endeavours to piece together the clues that bind us. An environment that has taught and support us, but we have also draped this universe around us, looking for vibrations that we have shaped and have shaped us. In the age of the Anthropocene, the teenage years of our involvement of the earth in the grand scheme of things, an adolescence between technological emergence and the surge of survival values that innately played within our early lives, and these growing pains should not let us pull on the reins, nor rain down on our parades to understand ourselves, our body and body politic, the ticks and chimes of warped time that we have mediated and meditated upon, because no mystery exists on its own, and utopia must come from our own self first. Tones we must understand if we are to extend these notes, these havens for others, and to break out of cycles that trickle down, recycled around the mistakes of history. We are warped by events, the masses of people, dated by past, present, and imagined futures that we gravitate towards, dedicate our forwards to our next turn in this end game, to feel the cogs churn. But this is not true change. We must be ready for science and art and ethics to fill these steady gaps that the heart yearns for and push forwards. So thank you everyone for tuning in. If you liked the poem, do give it a thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe, I have got this pointing thing down to a fine art, so it should be here. And thank you very much again, and apologies for my ramble at the beginning. I tend to ramble before I get into the news and the poem element of it, which really is what this channel is about. So do let me know what format you prefer, whether you want me to launch straight into the poem and just let the links below do the talking. I'll also include some links of some projects that people have been doing for the 100 years of the theory of general relativity. And yeah, I hope to hear from you very soon. I shall be doing the Bards to the Future segment soon, so do look out for that if you'd like to take part, or you'd like to listen, or you'd like to kind of help the project along. I'd love to hear what you would like to do, really. So yeah, thank you again for taking the time to watch this, and I will be signing off.